outside where it doesn't even belong, but don't let it into your house.
You almost want to be recluse, like shut up in your house, like no light at all.
I said to my kids today, it almost feels like a really bad winter day. You can almost feel that shut in.
Yeah, you have to stay inside if you don't have to go outside, right? It's that kind of mentality. Exactly. Some of you have to be out there though, and I hope you've stayed hydrated throughout the day and also taken frequent breaks. Up in northern Iowa, there are a couple of storms that are starting to billow up, but first we have the heat that's fueling them. An excessive heat warning is going to continue through 9 o'clock. Heat advisory in the northern portion of the state. It is hot, folks. Crystal clear blue sky on Sky Tracker 5, but it is most definitely humid out there. Take a look at the dew points. They are sizzling. Those numbers are into the 70s, and those 80s I think are a little errant out there as you get into the western portion of the state, but still it's hot enough. Let's check out those temperatures. We're into the upper 70s. Observations between the hour in Des Moines did reach 99, but we're still waiting on that official mark for the high on the day. Triple digit heat indices, and again I think some of these numbers out west are artificially inflated, but certainly as warm as 115 out there. It is hot. So on the extremes this year, as hot as 112 in Des Moines. It contrasts things. Winter, you remember that, where it was 19 below on February the 2nd, 2023. It was colder, of course, right before Christmas, but still, we see some wild swings in the state of Iowa around here. Again, a couple of storms up north into northern Iowa, but so far they're holding their own below severe limit. I will watch for some more bubblings. There's a front in place, and you see the agitation in the clouds stretching back towards Omaha, but it's not widespread along the front. Now, it's possible it does that, but I'm thinking more spotty storms in nature, and then they'll cut through to the south and east with time. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in place for this evening from southwest Iowa through central Iowa to the northeastern portion of the state. It does include the Des Moines metro. Temperatures this evening down, and we'll introduce those thunderstorm chances this evening, and then a secondary risk getting into the overnight and early Saturday morning. We're at level 2 and 3 across the state on the severe weather outlook. Certainly central Iowa northwards is where that key target zone is to look for damaging wind and large hail. We'll watch that wind threat, especially given the structure of the atmosphere. It does make that wind rush to the surface a little bit more in the setup that we have. Here's Futurecast. Again, spotty showers and thunderstorms, but you don't see widespread coverage. So we'll watch for those storms that get going, because if they do, they will take off in a heartbeat. A secondary line trying to cruise down across southern Iowa early tomorrow morning. I think that's out by mid-morning and then clearing thereafter. I don't quite buy second half of the day activity building in. Smaller rain chances ahead in the forecast, but this cold front coming through is slashing the humidity. Look at these dew points come down sharply. We'll be back in the 60s over the weekend. 75 for that temperature tonight, and the Balloon Classic going on tomorrow. Maybe, if those storms develop, that could definitely hinder the planned flights out in Indianola. 87 tomorrow. Those temperatures, this is going to feel like a dream into the mid to upper 80s. Here's that 10-day forecast, and no sign of 90s on this forecast. We do have some small rain opportunities, I think, early on Sunday in the southwest portion of the state, and then probably better Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. We'll track the radar for you here closely in the Weather Center. I'll keep you updated if we see any warnings.
Never been so happy to see some 80s.
I know, it's looking great, isn't it?
It's looking great. All right, we deserve that, Chris. Thank you.